Well, this is one of my most popular palms based on comments I get from my videos. And this is my large Sabal brazoriensis. And I'm doing a start of the year update on it so that we can see how many fronds it produces. Last year it did four. It did four. So this is the newest one, and you can see, I mean, these things are big. So it did 1, 2, and this kind of floppy one, and this one right here, this kind of squiggly one, this was the one that was coming out during the winter, I believe right after the ice storm. So these are the two. They kind of, now when they come out, it's usually more than one at a time. So I'm just going to get in here to show you the spear, and the spear is composed of two. Oh, sorry, let me get out of here. The spear is composed of two fronds. That's not one, it's two. You can kind of see the dividing line kind of coming down here. So there's the one behind it, and then this is the second one coming in. Sorry, second one coming in right here. That's the top of it, and then here's the other one. So those are the first two of the year, we'll call it, that are coming out. This one's grown very well for me. As I've said in other videos, Sabals are the consensus is that Sabals are extremely slow growing in our climate, and I would say that this one is not. It has been growing quite well for me, around 4 fronds a year, and they're huge. They're really, I mean, these are big fronds. I should get the tape measure out here so I can show you, but it has been growing well for me. Why has it been growing so well? I can't say. It could just be because it's so much bigger. I mean, I have a lot of Sabals and they tend to be a little bit slower, but this one, I would rate it at least a medium growth rate, if not, slightly above that medium fast for me. It's been in the ground, I think 3 years now, so it's ready to go. It came in a very large pot. We know Sabals have quite a big deep tap root, so I'm sure it's been doing a lot of underground work. When I planted this, the ground was so hard that I dug it down as far as I could, and I said, that's it, I can't dig down any further. So what I did was I just backfilled with soil. So it was like half buried and then half surrounded by new soil. But what it seems like it's done is it's pulled itself down into the ground, because my lawn is right here, and that was close to a foot above the lawn level. Now it's only a few inches, so it's almost like it's sucked itself down into the ground. And behind it, there was a huge, in this area here, there was a 50 or 60 foot cedar, and it just sucked the life out of everything along this fence. Even though behind this fence there's a rock retaining wall, and the elevation, there's probably a 4-foot elevation, like very steep drop, and that tree was below that. But whenever I would dig in this area, it was filled with nothing but roots. And since that tree has been removed, a lot of the plants have done well here, especially this one. It does face west, and in the summertime this is a real hot spot in my yard. Very, very hot, and I do try and give it some deep waterings. I basically just throw the hose right at the base and turn it on full blast, and all the water goes in. It just completely disappears. So big Sabals, not so bad. I wish I had some others this size to test out my theory, but I think the right position and the fact that it's been in the ground a few years now, and I started out at a pretty big size. I did rent a small U-Haul, cube van to bring it home because it would not fit in my vehicle. and you know, it's much bigger than I am, height-wise and width-wise. So I think it's looking great, actually. Handled our cold weather like a champ. And I would even say that the fronds it's putting out now are even bigger. This latest one is quite large. So definitely one of my favorite palms. I think it's, you know, a bit of a showstopper, at least in this climate. I mean, down in Florida or whatever, you think, yeah, whatever, no big deal. But, you know, I'm not in Florida, I'm in Oregon. So bit of a long video, and I'll just show you real quick. The birds like it, actually. They build nests in it. The seeds, which I'm kind of, I don't know if they're the right color, but they're a little thin looking. So maybe this year we'll get a better crop. It does flower for me every year though, but last year I only sent up one seed stalk, so, or flower stalk. But you can see it was kind of growing sideways, and you know, there's a little bit of a trunk there. But definitely one of my favorites. Thanks for watching.